Hey, thank you guys so much for the support on that video where I tried to project Team Canada's roster for next year's Four Nations face-off. Even though a fruit bat probably be able to pick a better roster than I did, I still had a ton of fun doing it. Now we jump over to what I think is going to be one of the most terrifying Team USA's international hockey has ever seen. No matter which combination of elite players they choose, this team's going to be stacked in all areas of their lineup. Exhibit A, the goalies. I'm going with Connor Hellebuyck as my starter, at least to begin the tournament. Thatcher Demko will be the quote-unquote backup, but will definitely have a chance to challenge for that starting role. And Jake Ottinger's your wild card, because we know how great this kid can be. Those are three 100% elite goaltenders that the US has between the pipes there. That's going to be next to impossible to match at the Four Nations face-off and at the Olympics. And before people start calling me an American homer, you guys know if you watch this channel, I'm Canadian. But the truth is the truth, you gotta lay it out how it is. For the forwards, it doesn't get any weaker. I've got a top line of Jack Hughes on the left wing, Austin Matthews at center, and Tage Thompson on the right side. You put a speedy, shifty playmaker in Jack Hughes with Austin Matthews, who obviously is probably the best goal scorer in the NHL right now. Both are sneakily great at each other's thing though. Jack Hughes is a great shooter, and Austin Matthews is a sneaky good playmaker. I feel like Tage Thompson's size and skill will work really well with those two, but for whatever reason, if it doesn't, I wouldn't waste a second. I'd put Clayton Keller up there with them. Then we've got the fun one. I want to see how much chemistry the Tkachuk brothers have together. I've never seen them play together. I go Matthew on the left, Brady on the right, and JT Miller at center. If you do decide to put Keller on the top line with Jack Hughes, those two are definitely small for NHL standards. So if teams start to key in on that and push them around, you've got JT Miller between both Tkachuks, which you could put out right after that, and that might be the meanest line at the entire tournament. All three of them are also super skilled. They can make a bunch of plays, they can muck it up in front, they can play physical to wear down the opposition, and they can get under your skin. Up next, I've got Jason Robertson on the left, Jack Eichel in the middle, and Kyle Connor on the right. I know on the surface it might seem a little strange for me to put two snipers in Robertson and Connor together, but it's the mix of Kyle Connor's speed and Jason Robertson's raw skill that I'm interested in. Then you've got Eichel, who's just a really good facilitator in the middle of the ice. I think all three are going to be able to open up lanes for each other and finish on those chances. Then I want to keep that Detroit connection together between Larkin and DeBrincat, and then you throw Keller on the left side. Or if Keller's on the top line with Matthews and Hughes, I'd put Thompson in the middle, Larkin on the left side, he's a left shot, with DeBrincat as the right wing. My extra forward is Cole Caulfield. I definitely think he's good enough to play, and he will get a chance to play at some point. I almost put him in DeBrincat's spot, so I could see him getting a shot there. My first deep pairing would be Quinn Hughes with Charlie McAvoy. Both are very smooth skating, shifty, tons of offensive upside, but also pretty responsible defensively, especially McAvoy. If you do feel like that pairing's a little too much all gas, no breaks in terms of offense though, it's a good thing you've got Jacob Slavin on the second pair. I put him with Adam Fox. Slavin can be your number one true defensive defenseman. He'll be able to just absolutely munch up minutes like he does in Carolina. He also plays with a guy in Brent Burns who historically has been very offensive minded, so I think putting him with Adam Fox is just a perfect match. And on the third pair, we've got the young guy Jake Sanderson with the veteran and John Carlson. I think Sanderson's on his way to becoming a star defenseman in this league. Put him next to a guy in Carlson who has a ton of experience, a Stanley Cup. He's been a very high quality defenseman in the NHL basically since he entered it. I think that would work really well, especially as a third pair. And my extra defenseman would be Zach Werenski of Columbus. My captain and assistant captains are going to be very interesting. It's not like Canada where it's like, yeah, of course Crosby's going to be the captain. My two alternates would be John Carlson and JT Miller. And for the captain, they could go in two different directions here. If they want to go the really fascinating route of like full villain mode, I'd put the C on Matthew Tkachuk, man. I would. But if they don't want to do that, I think Quinn Hughes has shown this year just how good of a leader he is over in Vancouver. I'd give it to him. Could you imagine how chaotic it would be if Matthew Tkachuk was captain of Team USA? That would be must-watch TV if it isn't already. That's my team. Let me know yours in the comments down below. And I actually found it pretty tough to choose a captain here. So let me know in the comments, who would your captain of Team USA be for next year's Four Nations face-off? If you want to see me project Team Sweden and Team Finland, let me know by liking this video, leaving a comment, and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. You're awesome.